Hi, my name is Jenny. Welcome to today's 40 over 40 workout. These workouts are designed for women over 40. We have high intensity intervals to burn fat, strength training to build muscle, yoga and meditation to calm the nervous system and stretch the muscles. Today's workout is going to be focused on core and upper body. For equipment, what you'll need is just a couple sets of weights, light to medium, nothing heavier than 8 pounds. I have a set of 5s and a set of 8s. You'll also need your mat. Most of our exercises today will be done on the floor. And if you have a very hard surface, you might want a cushion or a blanket to put under you for some of the floor exercises that we'll be doing. So go ahead and grab your equipment and I'll meet you back here for a warm-up. We're gonna start our warm-up today with a roll down, just warming up the spine. So you can stand in the center of your mat, take a big breath in, arms up overhead, and we're just gonna round the back. Allow the back to round as you come down, drop the head, drop the shoulders, soften the knees, and then slowly roll all the way back up, arms up overhead. We're just gonna repeat that 2 more times. Roll down, stretch the back and back of the legs, and roll back up. 1 more time, exhaling as you come down, pull the navel to the spine, round those ribs up toward the ceiling, and then come all the way up, arms up overhead. We're going into a front kick with a twist. So we're just reaching for that opposite foot. Make sure your weights are out of the way so you don't step on them. Adding a little twist as you come in. So purpose of our warm up here is to get the arms and the core warmed up, as that is what we'll be doing in our workout today. We have 5 exercises that we'll be doing for 45 seconds each with a 30-second break in between, and we're going to repeat for 3 rounds. We have a few more of these front kicks to go. Coming up, we've got some high knee pulls in 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stay on the right. 1 more and then switch to the left. 3, 2, 1, other side. Think about bringing your hip to your rib cage. So starting to warm up those obliques. We're just going from side to side. Landing soft on your feet. We have a few more of these to go. 4, 3, 2, and left. 3, 2, and right. Last time. And then I'll meet you at the back of your mat. We're gonna come into some walkouts to a plank. So you're gonna roll down just like we did before. Walk your hands out. Pause in your plank. Walk it back and roll it up. Reach up tall. Roll it down. Walk it out, pause in that plank, pull the navel to the spine, roll it up. Let's get a few more reps in here. Rolling down so you're rounding your back so you can get that stretch through the back and start to pull the belly in. Straight back here, hands under the shoulders anytime you're in a plank. Rolling up. We're gonna add on to this one. Roll down. You're gonna tap your right hand to your left knee. And then your left hand to your right knee. And then we're gonna walk it back and roll it up. And we'll repeat that. So rolling down, find that plank, right hand, left knee, left hand, right knee. Hips are high. Walk it back, roll it up. And repeat, rolling down. Knee tap, hold, walk it back, roll it up. We're gonna do that 3 more times. Walk it out, knee tap, hips up. As you're bringing those hips up, think about pulling that lower belly in. Exhale down, walk it out. Tap, tap, walk it back. We have 1 more of these. Roll it down. Last tap, tap, walk it back, and roll it up. We're gonna start our first exercise today down on the mat. So if you want to have something softer to sit on, this first one will be sitting, and you will need your light weights for these, 5 pounds or less. Excuse me, I'll show you the first exercise that we'll be doing for 45 seconds. So you're gonna have your light weights in your hands, arms out to the sides at shoulder height with bent arms. Knees are up, slightly bent. As you bring your arms down, you're gonna tuck your knees in. Extend, bend, extend, okay? We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go for 45 seconds. Everything comes in, everything goes out. In and out. Exhale and inhale. Good. Try to keep just a gentle rounding to your spine, so we're not caving in, but we're not keeping it completely straight. And you're resting kind of on your back pocket, so off of your sitting bones, slightly leaned back. If you feel any pain in your lower back, drop the weights or take a break. We have 10 seconds to go. Just a couple more reps. Here's 3. We're gonna get 30-second break coming right up. 2, 1, and down. Set one of those weights down. For our next exercise, this is called a full body crunch. You're gonna start all the way back with the weight overhead, legs straight. You're gonna pull that weight up, tuck your knees in, rolling down. And that's the exercise, and you can go at any pace that feels comfortable to you, but we wanna try to get the heart rate elevated to that 7 to 8 on your scale of 1 to 10, starting in 3, 2, 1, and up. So when you're coming down on these, kind of roll that spine down, articulating the vertebrae, so you're not just slamming your back down on the mat. That doesn't feel very good. You want just a light weight for these, or no weight. So the weight does give you a little shoulder and lat work, but it also adds a little momentum in coming up. So doing it without the weight can be more challenging for the core, but it'll be a little less arm work. So you choose what kind of workout you want today. Just about 10 seconds to go. That's just a couple more reps. Here's our last one, and rest. All right, we've got some mountain climbers coming up next. So you will want to move any props that you have on your mat and just set those aside. You're gonna find a high plank. Now, mountain climbers, you can do a tap or you can run. Okay, so you choose any combination of that for 45 seconds, and we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, up in your plank. Maybe you start slow to kind of feel it out, and then you can jump in when you're ready. Keeping yourself from sinking into your shoulder blades. So push the mat away with your hands. Keep that lower belly pulled in. Don't drop your head. You shouldn't be able to see your feet. You're just gazing towards the front of your mat. You're down to 20 seconds. You got this. Get that heart rate up to an 8 if you can, or higher. We're almost there. You're in your last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. 30-second break. We're coming into a crab kick next. It's a little more tricep focused on this one. So you're gonna come up to hands and feet. Now you can have your hands side or back or in. It's just gonna depend on what feels good for your shoulders. Reaching for the opposite foot. Okay, we're gonna start in about 5 seconds. Take a couple deep breaths, prepare, lift those hips up, and tap. Option on this one to keep your butt down every time, and then lift up, okay? Or you stay up as a little more work for the arms. And maybe you don't tap your foot. Maybe you just go a little beyond the knee. Everybody's mobility is different, so you just do what works for you. Working the arms, legs, and core on this one. 15 seconds to go. And we just have one more exercise after this before we repeat everything again for 2 more rounds. 3, 2, 1, down. For the last one, you might want that cushion again. And you need your weights, somewhere between 5 and 8 pounds. You can also do this without weights. You're gonna start down, hands by your shoulders, sit up, press up, and down. And that's the exercise, and we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Press, down, roll down. Up, press, down, and down. Now don't try to do these too fast with the weight because you want to keep your shoulders and neck safe. Come all the way up before you press up. Exhaling up, 15 seconds to go. Press into your feet for stability. We're almost there. See if you can get 2 more reps. That's 1. Here's our last one. Rest. Great work. You have a minute break. Grab a sip of water. And we're gonna prepare to do all of that again, starting with knee tuck, shoulder raise in about 45 seconds. So as you're resting, you might think about if you want different weights than what you gathered. If you can get a cushion, you can grab that now. For that last exercise, if you had a hard time coming all the way up, if you have some heavy weights nearby, like 20 pounds or so, put one on top of each foot to weigh you down. That will help you give a little momentum, or sometimes putting your feet up against a wall, just right up against the wall, can help as well with that if you're struggling. Grab your light weights. We're starting round 2 and 10. So off of your sitting bones, on the back pockets, legs extended, arms lift. In and out and up. Slow and controlled on these is still intense. You don't want to go too fast on these to protect your back and shoulders. Option would be to tap your heels every time when you come in. We're almost there. You have 15 seconds to go. Just coming up to shoulder height on that lift. Just a few more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Set that one weight down. Take your break on your back. The next one up is that full body sit up. Take a few deep breaths. Take a good stretch of the shoulders with that weight in your hand. We're starting in 15. Try to fully recover before we start up again. Here's the 5-second countdown. 4, 3, 2, and you're in it. Hop it in and back. Up, roll down. Heels step in, weight comes to your feet. All the way up and over. Now you don't have to go all the way to the floor if your shoulders don't like that. Just listen to your body. Know your limits. And get that intensity up. Because we're down to our last 15 seconds on this one. Let's go. 3, 2, last one, and rest. Mountain climbers are up in 30 seconds. Let's get that out of the way. Set up in your plank. When you're ready, remember you can step or hop in your mountain climber. Either way is just fine. Hands under the shoulders. Wider stance is gonna be more support to start in that plank position. Here we go. So if your feet are wider and you come a little bit wider, that's one option. Or you close together so your knees are coming more in between your hands. Try not to lock your elbows. 20 seconds to go. You got this. 10 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Catch your breath. Crab kicks are coming up next. Right about this point in the workout, your arms and core should feel equally worked. Remember, when we're up, you want to find the rotation of your hand that feels good for your shoulders. There's no right or wrong as long as your shoulders don't hurt. We're starting in 5. Get those hips up, reach for the opposite foot, and just go into it. Land soft on that hand to protect your elbow. Try not to lock. And if you tend to hyperextend your elbows, just keep a little bend. Because you got all your body weight on that one arm. Doing great. Keep it up, 20 seconds to go. Extending those legs. Whether you touch your foot or not, give it a good kick. Less than 10 seconds. Let's get one more on each side. Last one. Rest. Great work. One more exercise in this round. It's that sit-up overhead press. Stick with light weights, but maybe the heavier of the two for this one. I've got 8. Starting in 10, elbows by your sides. You're gonna sit up, press up overhead, roll down, and repeat in 3, 2, here we go. Come down with control. Remember, these are slow, controlled movements, so we're not going for a ton of reps on the set because the intensity is in the weight. The intensity is in getting all the way up. 20 seconds to go, and then we're done with round 2, and we just have one more round after this. Looking good. 10 seconds. 2 more reps. Last one coming up. Rest. Great work. You're in your 60-second rest. Grab a drink of water if you need to. Adjust any weights. And catch your breath. Take some deep breaths when you're ready, in through the nose, out through the mouth. If your shoulders feeling a little fatigued, you just take a little child's pose. Little shoulder stretch. All right, 15 seconds before we start our final round. We're going back to those light weights. Shoulder raise with a knee tuck. If your arms are really fatigued, just do this without the weights or set them down when you need to. Here we go, starting legs out, arms up, tuck it in, and lift. We're in our last round, so you can look forward to being done with each exercise as we get to it, but don't sacrifice form. Make this last round the best round and get every last rep in before the time is up. We've got 20 seconds remaining. Just to shoulder height, 10 seconds. Let's get 2 more reps in right here. 1 and done. Weight down, stretch it out. Full body crunch. Last one. Coming up, and that feels so good to just stretch your shoulders out after that one. Legs long. Starting in 15. Take those deep breaths. You want to exhale on the way up. So take a big breath in before we start when we get to that 3-second countdown. All right, here it is. Big breath in. Exhale up. And remember, don't slam your back down or articulating down. So there's a little curve of the spine when you come down. Pick up that intensity. This is our last time doing this. Just 3 more exercises after this one. And then our yoga practice is coming up. Less than 20 seconds to go. Ten. 2 more reps. Here's your last one. And done with those. Great work. Mountain climbers are up, and you are going to get through this set. But if the 3rd set, if you're already feeling really fatigued, hold a plank. Just hold a plank. Still working the core. You can do a couple mountain climbers, hold your plank, come back in when you're ready, or just going to that step option. All right, here we go. We're halfway done. Last 15 seconds. Three, 2, and rest. Great work. Crab kicks are next, and then our sit-ups with our overhead press, and that's it. We're starting in 20, so you can start to set up your position. Stretch in any way you need to before we get set up. And we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, hips up, and go for it. Now the most important thing on your last set is just do it. Keep moving. Move through. You're fatigued, and that's good. That's where we want to be. But don't give up. Even if you're a little slower on this round, totally fine, because the intensity is still there. The intensity on the final round might look a little different than on the first round, but you're still getting up to that 7, 8, even if you're moving a little differently. And that's okay. 10 seconds to go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Last exercise, coming right up with your weights. Sit up overhead press. That will be our final exercise today before we move into our yoga practice. So grab those weights. And you may want the lighter weights this time for our final round. Start down, elbows in, take a big breath in. Here we go, up and up, and up. Exhale to get those weights overhead. 30 seconds left of work. You can finish up strong. Don't worry about speed. Take form as the most important thing as we finish up this round. You're pressing those weights up overhead, coming all the way up, then press all the way down and down. Less than 15 seconds to go. Keep on breathing. It's just a few more reps. One more. Here's the last one. Beautiful job. Take a break, grab some water, take your shoes off, and we're gonna start our yoga practice standing at the front of your mat. Don't need any props for yoga today. So as we transition into our yoga practice, just start to get control of that breath. Take a big breath in, reach the arms up overhead, bring your hands to your heart, relax the shoulders down. Have your feet about hip width apart or closer. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes here, try that, or just soften your gaze if you feel more stable. And we'll take a moment to transition from that high intensity work, starting to calm the nervous system and prepare to lengthen the muscles and release the body. Connect with your intention. What intention do you lead your day with? And you practice that on the mat so that when you go out into life, it's much easier. Now we've get control of our breath. We're gonna take one more deep breath in, arms up overhead, and then back down by your side, hands on your hips. We're gonna just float the right leg back and come up into a high lunge. So start with your hands on your hips, just to make sure the hips are square towards the front of the mat. Back heel is lifted, just a slight bend in that back knee. Once you feel stable, we're just gonna reach the arms up overhead, drop the shoulders, pull the belly in, and gaze forward. Two more breaths. We're going to come into a pyramid pose next. So take your arms down behind your back. If you can lace your fingers together, grab there, or we might just reach back. You're going to straighten that front leg and drop the back heel. So both legs are straight. That back foot is slightly turned out. Reach the shoulders back and hinge forward. And just going to a point where you feel like you can keep that length in your spine, lengthen both legs, shoulders and hips square to the front. One more breath here. And then we're gonna drop the arms down, bend that front leg, step back into a plank, hold. You could always come down to your knees here. Hands are under the shoulders. And putting some weight into the balls of the feet, pushing the floor away so you're not sinking into your shoulder blades. Pull the belly in and breathe. We're gonna come into a side plank next, so take your left hand, right under your left shoulder. We're gonna rotate open. Now you can stagger or stack your feet. Gaze can be up or forward. One more breath. Come down into a plank. Just a little pause here, and then we'll come into the other side. Right hand under the right shoulder. Rotate open. You can stagger or stack your feet. Gaze forward or up. One more breath. And plank. We're gonna take just one chaturanga today. Come to your toes, lower down to upward dog. And downward dog. Maybe just pedal out the feet. Find that length in your spine. And then we're gonna send the right leg up, and then you're gonna bring that right knee towards your right elbow. Right leg up, right knee towards your left elbow. Right leg up, right knee to your nose, and then back into your downward dog. Same thing on the other side. Left leg up, left knee to left elbow, left leg up, left knee to right elbow, leg up, knee to nose, downward dog. Roll the pelvis up toward the ceiling. Soften your knees. We're gonna step the right leg forward and lift up. High lunge. Relax the shoulders. Gaze forward. Heel lifted on the back foot. Clasp the hands behind as we prep for pyramid. Straightening both legs, dropping and turning out the back foot. Find that length in the spine. Hinge forward. One more big breath here. Release your arms. We're gonna step it back into a plank. And then from here, we're gonna slowly lower down to your elbows. And then drop your pelvis, coming into Sphinx. So your elbows are under your shoulders, palms down, forearms parallel. Just soften your belly. Gaze forward. Giving a nice stretch to the abdominal wall. We're going to take your right hand just above the right corner of your mat. Left hand to the left, and just lift up a little higher if that feels okay for your body today. One more breath, and then we'll slowly lower down, push up, and come back into a child's pose. And we're gonna come up to all fours and do just a little thread the needle. So take that right arm, reach it up, and then slide it under the left, bringing your left ear and left shoulder to the mat. Pretty sure I said left, but I meant right. Right ear and right shoulder down, left arms extended long. One more big breath here, and then we'll come to the other side. Starting on all fours, this time the left arm reaches up on that inhale, and then down and under. Ear and shoulder towards the floor, stretching that right arm out, hips are high. One more big breath in. Slowly come out of that and meet me in a comfortable seat. If you have that blanket or prop nearby, you might sit up on that for a little support. And just find any comfortable seated position. You could also do this lying down. Any comfortable meditation position that allows you to be free from any distractions from your body. So if you're feeling nice and lengthened from that yoga practice, maybe you find a seated position where your knees can be below your hips, your spine can be long, and you can relax your shoulders down. Turn your palms up whether you're lying down or seated. And then I'll invite you to close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths in. Exhaling completely until you feel the lower belly tighten up, the pelvic floor engage. Expanding the belly on the inhale. Contracting on the exhale. And bring your attention to that space just between your eyebrows. With your eyes closed, see if you can visualize a deep blue light just between the center of your eyebrows. And as you inhale, that light expands, and as you exhale, the light contracts. And let that be the focus for the next few moments, just focusing on the expansion and contraction of that light as you inhale and exhale. Back to the breath when thoughts arise, as they will, and don't have judgment for your thinking mind. The mind will secrete thoughts. Notice what is happening, come back to the present moment of the breath. And that is the practice. We're not trying to empty the mind or stop the thoughts from happening. We're bringing awareness to the thoughts as they arise, not getting lost in the thoughts and coming back to this moment right now. Expanding that deep blue light between your eyebrows as you inhale. Closing the light as you exhale. And with your eyes closed, just return to natural breathing. And then we're going to take 3 deep breaths, big belly breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, big sound. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One. And as you're ready, you can open your eyes, start to reconnect with the room around you. If you're lying down, you might take your time rolling onto one side and coming up slowly to a comfortable seat. And we'll close our practice one last big breath in, bringing our palms together, hands to your heart center. Give yourself some gratitude and love for showing up for your body and your mind and your heart today. I appreciate you sharing this practice with me. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.